Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting edition of Papa Saw Shop. I'm Papa, coming to you live from the world headquarters of Papa Saw Shop, the home of www.papashop01.com. And well, anyway, today we are going to take a look at the 660 Clone that we got in from a gentleman out in Minnesota. Sent it to us, and we did a couple videos already. I want to say one, but we've actually done a couple of videos just kind of highlighting all the shortcomings of the 660 build. And so I wanted to share with you a little bit about what we've come up with so far and where we're at. So if we're going to turn this thing around fully, there it is. All right, well, there's the girl right here. And the first thing you'll notice, we put some real dogs on this old girl. The other ones were flimsy, to say the least. Hadn't been started yet, and he sent it out in a box. And from riding around in the cardboard box, the dogs had gotten bent and twisted inwards. So we've replaced those with some real dogs, so those will actually grab some wood. So we're going to put that girl side there. All right, so I wanted to show you this right here, and I'm going to pan around here a little bit, and I'll keep you on that saw here just so I can grab something. You can see the actual bench there. All the excitement happens. I want to grab these over here so I can show you. Should have grabbed these before I started, but you know how I am, folks. I'm never prepared for these things. I just hit the record button and start. So anyway, we got these guys here, and so we get these inserts. And a lot of people, let me go back a little bit. A lot of people will say, well, you know what? I can buy a saw anywhere. Why would I want to buy a saw from Papa Saw Shop? Well, you see this right here? These are grade 8 bolts here. Okay. And before, what was in this girl and was these. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. This is what used to hold the handle on here. So now, what holds the handle on is that attached to this guy, cinched into the case. So this isn't coming loose anymore. This is now anchored into the saw. This is hard anchored into the saw. So everything that we put in looks a lot like that. I'm going to put pictures on the website to show everybody over at www.papashop01.com. So you can check out the pictures on there of some of the in progress that we do. But so the main frame bolts, these have inserts along with our grade 8s. So these are all in there. We could pop those off for you real quick, and you could look in there and see. I'll pop this off. You take a good look at the clutch. And maybe. There it goes. So you can probably see in there. There you go. There's a grade 8 bolt in there. And that also has these inserts in there. You're not going to find a clone saw anywhere that has that. Only at Papa Saw Shop. So we do those. Also, if you remember from the first video, remember we were looking at those bright shiny bolts down in there? Not anymore. These are hardcore grade 8 bolts, and we've replaced the bearings, the seals, the bolts. We've also resealed the case. Honestly, to credit the guy who put this together before us, The seal, the seal here on the case wasn't really all that bad. I mean, it was kind of tough to pull it apart, so that tells me it had a pretty good seal. We do put our high temp sealer in here. It did not have high temp seal to begin with. I'm not sure exactly what that stuff was. It looked like basic silicone. You'll notice also that we're going to put a guard along the bottom, and so let me slide this thing back here a little bit. So these have the inserts in here as well, and there's grade 8 screws in here, but these are going to come out. So what's going to happen is that we'll take those out, and we just have them in there right now because we don't have any grade 8 all thread on hand, and so the guy who works for me is going to pick some up in the morning. So I just wanted to have something to anchor that down so it didn't sit all night. So anyway, that all thread will go in here, and then we'll have a nut tightening that down, and then this will come out, and then we'll have a nut tightening it down on this end as well, and then that'll anchor everything down, and that'll be sitting there. So anyway, she's not done yet. We've still got a few little things to do. Put those on. I've still got to replace the muffler bolts. Put some good screws in there, and then we'll also put an NGK spark plug in there. I believe it had a savior plug or some stupid thing in there. But other than that, she's just about done. We got to do this side here. We're going to, of course, replace these bolts here, and then once we replace those, we're going to take this flywheel out and actually put a steel Woodruff key in here, because a lot of times these guys will have an aluminum Woodruff key, and so we put a steel one in there. Other than that, she's coming right along. So promised you I'd get you up to date on it. Here I am. So yeah, that's a 660 Clone, and when we get her all finished up, we'll either make a short little video, or we'll put some pictures on the internet. But over there at, say it with me, www.papashop01.com. If you haven't memorized that yet, try it again. Try it with me. www.papashop, no, not Papa Saw Shop. Try it again. www.papashop01.com. www.papashop01.com. Repeat it 3 times after you get done watching this video, and then you'll never forget it. Seriously, I have it stuck in my head. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna quit rambling on this thing. We'll talk at you later. Till we see you again, happy motoring.